Waiting for someone to come in. This is an unannounced live. I am killing time before a appointment at 6:30. So I didn't tell anyone I was going live. And there's one person. Hello. Who is that? Hi. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? I was just saying to myself, because there was no one in the room, that I did not schedule this live at all. I'm waiting. Hi, Sasha. Hi. I have an appointment at 6:30. So I said, what am I'm looking at a really beautiful cardinal right now. Of course I am, right? I have an appointment at 6:30, and I said, what am I going to do for an hour and a half? It's 5 o'clock, as you all know. Yeah. So I said, let's just go live. I'm doing good, Cheryl. Got out of work at a little after 3. Went and drove to the next town over for something. Yeah, and that's it. Like I said, I have an appointment. I have a mammogram at 6:30 in the evening, early evening. Who does that? Who schedules a mammogram at 6:30 in the evening? I'm looking at the green light, which I usually look at when I'm filming, so I don't know if on the live I'm supposed to look at the green light or look right at you. But right now, you're on your work break. Hi. Oh, good, Sasha. Hi, Sheila. So you must work like 3 to 11 or something, Sasha? All right, there's 5 people. If you're just coming in, this is an impromptu live. I did not schedule this. Yeah, I was going to upload a little short. I went walking yesterday and took some little videos, but I'll put that together later. So, yeah. If you're just coming in, say hello. Hello. Sitting in front of my slider, if you watch my videos, you know that it's a big distraction for me to sit in front of my slider because my birds. I'm in California. It's 2 o'clock here. Get off at work at, I don't have my glasses on. You get out of work at 5. I work at 5. I work 7 to 3, at least. I was even going to stay at work tonight until my appointment. But I was like, oh, I got to go home and get ready. Because when you go for a mammogram, you're not supposed to have deodorant on or anything. So, yeah. 12 people, hello. A little TMI that I'm going for a mammogram, but whatever. Whatever. It's important to go for them, right? So what else is going on? Hi, Tim. How are you? Tim, I've never seen you. Well, I think this is like my 3rd or 4th live, and my other lives went on for like 2 hours, and that wasn't planned. But I've never seen you comment on my channel, Tim. Nice to meet you. How, Sasha, how is the weather in California? When I went to California, I found that the weather was kind of like the East Coast. Well, when I went, it was in like April, about 10 years ago. Oh, okay, me too. All right, all right. I just didn't know your name. I'm sorry. How did you become interested in becoming a YouTube creator? Okay. I used to talk about this when I first started my channel. When I had my heart attack, For those of you that don't know, I have had a heart attack. And like I said, I don't know if I'm supposed to look at my green light or straight ahead. So if I am all over the place with my eyes, that's why. When I had my heart attack, I was home for like 2 to 3 months from work, and I would watch YouTube. I'd watch YouTube videos. That's when I started like watching people. I never really watched YouTube until I was sitting in that recliner that you see so often on Recovery. And I was watching some people, and I watched Fearfully Created. You guys watch Marina from Fearfully Created? Well, I started watching her, and then I watched some other people. There's one girl that doesn't have her channel anymore. Her name was Lacey, and her channel was called It's All Messy. And I said, you know, I could do that. I could have a YouTube channel. I have things. I have a story. I have an apartment. You know, I have a lifestyle. And then I went on Facebook and I said to my Facebook friends, I said, if I start a YouTube channel, would anyone watch me? And they're like, yeah, I'd watch you. So that's when I started it. And I think my first video ever, hi Cindy, I'll scroll up to see these comments in a minute. I think my first YouTube video, I was like, what am I going to do for my first video? And so it was, I had these Dollar Tree wall hanging sign things, and they were like talking about like it is well with my soul, and you know, now's the time to do whatever. And I just did a short little video of myself holding up these signs saying, now's the time to get out of credit card debt, now's the time to take control of your life, now's the time to this, that, and the other, and when you do all this, it will be well with your soul. And that was the first video I ever did. I have not gone back to my first videos because I'm like cringe, you know, because I was so new to it and I was obviously nervous. But someday I'll go back and to see how far I've come. And back then I was heavy into the Dollar Tree. I did a lot of Dollar Tree crafts, Dollar Tree shopping, and then my channel just turned into whatever I talk about. So, and that's how I became a YouTuber. Let me scroll back here. Okay, Sasha. Right now it's sunny and cool fall weather in my area, Sacramento. We had snow in Auburn, California. You mentioned that a couple videos ago. Hi, Cindy. I don't know who, Nihal. I don't have my glasses on, as you can tell. Nihal Kunkus. I don't know. Hi, Sandra. How you doing? I don't have this live set to subscribers only. I haven't like studied that because I don't go live often. So I will, because you get a lot of trolls and a lot of foolishness. So yeah, there's 18 of you in here. Say hi. Say hi. So that's the story of how I became a YouTuber. I don't like to say YouTuber. I say content creator. And here comes my son. Going into the kitchen. There he is. He's going out. All right. Thank you for sharing that. How long have you been doing this? 3 years? 3 years? Yeah. 22? Bye. I think 22. And my son he doesn't ever want to be on my channel. I did one video of him shoveling the snow around my car, but as you saw, he walked out the door. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, I'm glad I caught you. Weather here is going to be high 80s. Last week was amazing. Rain and cooler weather. We had rain today. I was at work serving the dining room, and I was like, what's that? Well, I knew it was rain, but I didn't know it was going to rain. My husband had open heart surgery last Thursday. I'm in his hospital room now. I hope your husband has a full recovery. And I hope that you do okay with this too, because it's important that you take care of yourself through this too. Patty, hi! There's Patty. I talked about Patty in my video when I was 6 o'clock in the morning. Telling you guys to go over, and I'm glad to see that you did go over. All right, Patty, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm going to squint. Hi, Robin. Nice to see you. I am waiting to see some birds on my feeders. Wonder how long it will take for them to find the feeders. Did you get the suet feeder, or those the new ones just from your video last night? Sandra, it is rough, and I just, I had the classic heart attack, and that was rough. And breathing, walking. I mean, you guys all know I'm on the third floor. It was just hard, but I can't imagine open heart surgery. Like, God bless you both. Like, take care of yourself through this, so that you can take care of him. You did get them, so you got the suet. There was, when I first came on live, of course, one of my distracting cardinals was out there on the suet, and it takes a little while. It takes a little while. It depends on what you get too. There's all different kinds, but I tend to see like one or two on my suet. That little picnic table, yeah, they are all over it. And the blue jays, I think I did a short of how nasty a blue jay can be. They are mean. I didn't realize how mean they were, the way they squawk. Brats. Yeah. Did you get them at Market Basket, Patty? I wonder who these 23 people are. 23 people, say hello. It's probably someone I know too, like in real life. Hi. Oh, they make a lot of noise on the Blue Jays. I used to think they were great, and I would like make videos of my Blue Jays. They're not nice. They're not. It's like, get off my food, get off my food, get off my food. Ed got them at Home Depot. Okay, I think I've seen them at Walmart, but the ones that you talk about in your video, the bigger ones, yeah. My next situation that's coming up, I hope my birds follow me. I know I'll get new ones, but I want these guys to follow me. I've been talking about it a little bit on my video, but I think sometimes when we have things coming up, we shouldn't talk too much about them. Yeah, because when everything comes to fruition, you guys will be the first to know. Market Basket, Patty, not only do they have the feeders, which you don't need to get now, they have the suet, and it's pretty cheap too. You can get suet anywhere. You can get it at Walmart, Home Depot. Patricia Ramirez, hi! Love seeing your videos, especially. Patricia, I don't have my glasses on. They're right here. Oh my goodness. How about if I just put them on? How about if I just put them on low? Look at that, Robin. Wow, imagine that. You could see High Space Games. Hi, Robin. Love seeing your videos, especially you driving around your town. Like how you live simple but blessed. Thank you. Thank you. I do simple living. And I used to do, a question was asked, Cheryl asked, when did I start becoming a YouTube content creator? And that was, I don't know if you heard me or not, but I used to do a lot more like frugal tips and all kinds of stuff, and how to get out of credit card debt, and how I got out of credit card debt, having a credit score of 520 if it was even that. And now, last I checked, and I'm not bragging, I'm just letting you guys know how you can bring yourself out of a hole into a good spot by frugal living. My credit score is now 826. You're new, Space Games, I'm glad. Thanks for coming. I have bully blackbirds, mourning doves, and pigeons. They scare everyone away except for the hummingbirds. Hummingbirds, they're tough. They don't care. They're coming. I noticed that. They don't stay. Hi, Carrie. Just wanted to check a quick. Can't stay. This is a very impromptu. I did not plan this. I have a mammogram at 6:30, and I was at work. I was like, who does that? Who schedules a mammogram for 6:30 at night? And I'm like, what am I going to do? Well, here I am. Middle making dinner. I'll have to catch another live with you. Cool. Thanks. And you can also like watch this after, because I'll publish it. You're good at YouTube. You have 3K subs. Yeah, it took a while. And I've talked about it before. When I started my channel, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Go to my first couple videos. I just wanted to do it. And I didn't do it to have like all these subs. And I didn't do it to get monetized. But, you know, my subscriber count is growing and there is monetization there. You know, if anyone's thinking about starting a YouTube channel, it takes a while to get monetized, and you don't make millions, believe me. Hi, Tay. Hi, Sharp Knife Guy. Hi, Sharp Knife Guy. I didn't use a knife tonight. I made tuna fish sandwiches. I made my son 2 tuna fish sandwiches, and I used a can opener. And I don't know if you guys saw him. He made a little guest appearance of his back walking out the door. I told everyone, here comes my son. Great way to pass the time until your appointment, chatting with. Yeah, I figured I'd do that. I let my son know. I said, I went in his room. I said, it's like, you know, I'm going live on my YouTube channel. He's like, ugh. Did it 555. I think you can get monetized at 500. Is that new? Is that a new rule or whatever? Monetization at 500. You need, what was my stipulation? Was it 1,000? 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours, and something else. But after a while, you can have like 10,000 subscribers, and you know, not all of them are going to watch your videos. So once you get the subscribers, it's the views that count. And I was a little upset, as you saw in my 6 o'clock in the morning video, that my subscriber count was going down and my views were going down. And guys, what do you think? Hi, Kim from Orlando. Love all my videos. Thank you. And I love Orlando. That's where I vacation. Tell me if you think I'm crazy. I noticed the change in YouTube, and a lot of content creators saying this. Once the government shut down, I think YouTube took a dive. Does anyone think, is that just me? Am I being silly? It was just coincidence. Government shuts down and all of a sudden content creators' views are going down. And I mean, is Google part of like this government shutdown? I'm probably sounding really stupid now, and I never claimed to be highly intelligent. I'm looking at my, I'm looking at the chat. And earlier, I repeat myself all the time. I don't know if I'm supposed to look straight at you or at the green light like I do with my videos. I know Patty, she did videos of her vacation. I did some of mine too, but I really didn't let you guys know where I was until after. I mean, I did videos of the resort, but I didn't do a one saying, here I am at Sheridan Vistana Villages, because, yeah, you can't be too safe. And you know, in this day and age of the internet, you can find anyone in minutes. But I just, you know, I don't mind going live in my apartment, but I won't ever be like, I'm live right now at such and such place. I think that's kind of dangerous. So Kim and Patty, do you know each other? Sharp Knife Guy. I don't have any experience with views, etc., other than one of mine got 1,000 views real quick, then nothing. Sharp Knife Guy, is that the name of your channel? Everybody, Sharp Knife Guy. He's, I think he had another name, and he changed his name maybe because he makes fun of my dull knives that I do my cooking chats with. Tay Mason, is there a shutdown or going to be a shutdown in America? We are hearing on our news. Well, if you're in the United States, you'll know that our government's been shut down for like 2 weeks. Not yet. Just meeting Kim for the first time. Oh, okay. Well, Kim, Patty, has a channel, Patty's Place. And there's another Patty's Place. Patty, I don't know if you knew that. So that's why when I said in my video the other day, you know, Patty got the long curly hair that I'm jealous of, because I wanted them to get the channel right. Yeah, my channel is Sharp Knife Guy. Okay, well, I'm going to have to look at it. I'm going to have to look you up. You're in New Zealand? Okay. Well, we are in the United States, and our government is shut down, and our YouTube channels are taking a dive, and I think that the conspiracy theorist in me, I think the government has something to do with my views going down. Really? I will come over and see you, Patty. Oh, she's going to go to your channel. She's not going to your house. Okay. There you go, Rob. In New Zealand. I have never left the country, and I want to. I want to go on vacation out of the country, but I need a passport, and I'd want someone to go with me. Now, for you regulars, you know, the plants I have from Barbara, the lady that lived on the first floor that passed away, she traveled the world. She traveled the world, and I used to talk in my videos about the gifts that she would give me from like all her vacations to India and Paris and wherever she would vacation, she'd bring me a gift. And she was part of a tour group. So I need to join that. I need to join like a vacation, not a vacation club, but like a tour group, because she was going all over the world. Barbara lived a full life, and after her husband passed away, she never married again, but she never had kids either. But she did travel the world, and I should do that with myself. That's why I love your channel. You're such a ray of sunshine. Thank you. Thank you. What time is it? It's almost squash time. Oh, you know what I got to do? You know what I got to do? Yesterday's video of my Kohl's jacket. And what did I end up paying for it after all the discounts? Like $62 and something cents. There was a packing slip, and it said I paid, excuse me, $34.99 for it. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. So after I go get, you know, my appointment, I'm going to go over to Kohl's and pull up my receipt on my phone and show the price on the packing slip and say, can you help me here? Because according to the packing slip, I paid $34.99. And if you watched my video yesterday, you know I didn't. I paid twice that. So, and I didn't order 2 coats. One came. Y'all open that with me. I'm back, had to go. Hi, Space. My niece's best friend does that. She just signs up with these tour groups, goes all over the world, meets new people. I want to do that. Space Games. You know what your name's reminding me? And I know, it, you know, he wasn't a gamer, but Space right now is reminding me of Ace Frehley, because he was the spaceman from Kiss. Yeah, I was really sad when I learned he passed, because I am a huge Kiss fan. Never told you guys that, but I've seen Kiss many times in concert. Well, not many, twice. But when I was 9, my brother was 12. There's 3 years between us. And Kiss back in the 70s. So do the math. I was born in 67. When I was 9, what was that, 76? My mother took my brother and one of his friends. He was in 6th grade to see Kiss. And that's when they were at the height. And there's a bird distracted me. And then, oh, the cardinal's beautiful. So she took them to see Kiss, and it was at the Providence Civic Center, which isn't even that anymore. And yeah, and she has a home movie. She brought her Super 8 movie camera back in 1976, equivalent to a cell phone now, video. We have a video of Kiss in concert in 1976. And so anyways, yeah, I loved Kiss. My kids grew up listening to Kiss, and I'm just so sad that he passed away. So I'm listening to Kiss on my Alexa. pulling it up on YouTube, pulling it up on whatever, on Instagram, and it's like, okay, you're a little much, Robin, but yeah, childhood memory. You guys know how I feel about that. You should go work for an airline and fly for free. Never too late. No, it's not. They don't take retirees. I'll be 59 in January, and I think I'm going to try my best to do my new job for like 4 years and then try to retire at 62. That's funny. Yeah, they don't take retirees. I wish I could flip this around and show you these cardinals, but I'm pretty sure you've seen them before, right? I had a Super 8 movie camera. I did YouTube before internet. But yeah, my mom has this. It's awesome. It's awesome. And in the home movie of Kiss in 1976, they went up on these hydraulic lifts. And Paul Stanley and Ace Frehley. There's Peter Criss and Gene Simmons over there breathing fire and spitting blood somewhere. And Paul Stanley and Ace Frehley just went up on these hydraulic lifts and played. And then they came down and jumped off them. And it was awesome. I'm glad we have that. And then my brother, when he was in 7th grade, dressed up. They had to do like a live museum. They had to dress up as their favorite character or actor or musician, and he dressed up as Ace Frehley, and he did a really good job. Paul Stanley was like, Paul Stanley, he's... Mine too. Mine too. But who? Okay, so everyone, let's do something. What time is it? 5:30 or almost 5:30. This clock is like 5 minutes fast, so I can give myself extra time in the morning. You, Steve Perry, girl. I know you love Journey. My favorite actor, and it's not for like looks or his height or anything, is Dustin Hoffman. I just think he's a great actor. Like and subscribe. If you're talking about me, thank you, Space Games. He's one of these shirts that are too big. Yeah, I like Dustin Hoffman. He's a really good actor, especially in what was that? What was the name of that movie when him and his wife divorced and they had the little kid? And what was it? Message retracted. Don't retract messages. Just leave nice comments, and you won't have to retract your message. Be nice in here. Kramer versus Kramer. Yes, I love that movie. I love it. And I don't love the fact that the kid fell off the monkey bars, but just the way Dustin Hoffman reacted, it was just a good movie. "30 people. How about all 30 of you say hello? Don't be shy. Okay, okay, did it was an accident. Okay, that's okay. Hi, ma'am, how are you? Hi, Avi, I'm well. And there's a little gnat. Meryl Streep played his wife. Yes, she did. Rain Man, that's another one. Rain Man, that's a really good movie too. Didn't she? Yes. Did she? I think she did. Meryl Streep was also in Bridges of Madison County, which is my favorite movie, probably only because of the setting. I love that setting, and I think it was in Iowa or something, and I just love that country, peaceful, old-fashioned setting, retro kitchens, and I would love to go just take a vacation in a setting like that. Hi, hello, Amy from Sri Lanka. Okay, now we got the other countries coming in. Hi, Sherry. Rain Man was good. So they say, the character that he played was an idiot savant, but I think he had I think back in those days, what was it, like in like the 50s, set in the 50s. I think maybe he had like autism. And I'm not saying anything bad about autism because I have 2 autistic grandsons. I just don't, talk about it on videos. Hi, Ravi. I'm well. Hi, Amy from Sri Lanka. Hi, Lara. Watching the time. So I think I'll go to Kohl's and argue the 2 different prices after my excruciating appointment. 7 was a masterpiece. What's 7? If it's a Dustin Hoffman movie, I can't be like his biggest fan. My grandmother's name is Sherry. How about The Graduate? Yes, that's another good one. Another good one is The Graduate. You know what I have on DVD? Or did I donate it? Because I don't need to watch it again. John Travolta in The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. Do you remember that? The Boy in the Plastic Bubble? That's nothing to do with Dustin Hoffman, but that was a 70s thing. Your Country. 7, Brad Pitt was main lead. I didn't see that. I'm not a Brad Pitt girl. I'm not a Brad Pitt girl. I know like girls used to go gaga for Brad Pitt, but if you ask me, those cut and defined muscle guys, that's not for me. I like big burly guys. I'm short. I'm like stretched out 5'2". I really think I'm 5'1.5", and I just like really tall guys, and guys. I don't know if it's a protection thing because I can take care of myself, I think. But yeah, that's my type. Do you have a favorite classic romantic? Mine is now Voyager. Romantic movie? Bridges of Madison County is kind of romantic. I don't like how they came about, is the the infidelity part, because that's how I lost my family unit. And I did a video, one of my first videos was about forgiveness and stuff and moving on from that. But that's how I ended up here in this apartment. Because, yeah, and it wasn't because of anything I did. Little chickadee on my balcony. It's getting dark too. How many money yoga? Don't leave comments like that. I don't want to boot anyone out, but count me out. 5'9". 5'9's a lot taller than me, Sharp Knife Guy. Yeah, Boy in Plastic Bubble was so good. And I'm sorry if I'm telling people like you're leaving nasty comments. I just don't understand that. How many money yoga? I don't do yoga. Patty, they're on my suet. I'm looking at the birds. They're at my suet now. Count me out, 5'9". Okay. Could you suggest some 80s crime thriller movies which make me crazy? No, because I don't like blood and gore. I don't like hurting stuff. I don't like anything like that. I don't. Want to know what I like? I like The Brady Bunch. I like classic Price is Right. I like anything retro. I don't do horror. I just don't. But I do like 80s comedy movies, movies that are so stupid that they're funny, like Airplane. If you want to watch a movie that is so stupid that it's funny, watch Airplane. The Waltons, I love the Waltons. I'd like to open my slider so you can hear my birds chirping. They are on my suet. Actually, that's the only food out there. I didn't feed them this morning. That's really not good. We are kindred spirits. Yes. I could hum the whole Waltons theme song, but yeah. Ma'am, should watch Game of Thrones. I don't like that stuff. I don't know what Game of Thrones is, but I don't like fantasy. I don't like sci-fi, anything like that. Spaceballs and Caveman with Ringo Starr. Yeah, I don't really watch a lot of TV. People at work are like, so Robin, what do you do with your time? This is probably before I started my YouTube channel. I'm either at work, or at work, or grocery shopping or something. So now what I do with my spare time is my YouTube channel. But before that, I was like, I have no idea what passes my time because I don't do anything. So yeah. Game of Thrones, and I tried Game of Thrones, couldn't do it. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we're Kim, me, Patty, we're all kindred spirits. So, do any of you watch, and excuse my glasses, excuse me if I don't know where I'm looking. She comments on my channel a lot. Mrs. Peach Thrifty Living. You ever watch her? Her name is Joyce. Hi, thank you for giving me a like, Salvador. Bonfiglio, you've been here before, I think. I think you've been in my lives before. But anyways, Mrs. Peach Thrifty Living, she lives in California, and she does get-togethers with other YouTube content creators. They go to content creators. They go to lunch and everything. It's great. Ma'am, you know I am from India, and I found you because of trying to learn English with English accent. Well, who's better, Minecraft or... I don't know. I don't do any of that. My son used to play Minecraft. I don't think he does anymore. He's like 24 years old, and he's just busy all the time. Roblox, I don't even know what Roblox are. The funny thing, when my son, when he was like 12, he was playing Minecraft. No, he wasn't playing Minecraft. This was like before school. He was getting dressed. And I was talking to him about something. And I was like, it was probably like, so for tonight, when I get home from work and you get home from school, I'm going to make roast beef and potatoes or something. And he looked at me and said, so what does that have to do with Minecraft? I was like, addict. Looking at the time. And I'm always saying when I do lives, this is like my third or fourth, I'm like, this isn't going to be long. We're up to almost 40 minutes. 6:30 is my appointment. So I'll do this for like 20 minutes more. I am watching the... Oh, thanks, Patty. Thank you. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll end it at 6. I'm looking at the clock. I'll end it at 6, and takes a few minutes. I enjoy YouTube vlogs for traveling. I feel like I have traveled the world through YouTube. And that's a good thing, you know. It's a good way to find out where you might want to go travel. If I was to pick a country, I've always wanted to go to Australia. I've always wanted to go to Australia. I think it takes like 24 hours to get there, and I guess there's like a lot of spiders and stuff. Probably freak me out. I always wanted to go to Hawaii too. I just like to leave the country and go somewhere, but Australia, I'd like to go to, yeah, big spider. No, Ireland. That would be nice too. Ireland. It looks, from what I've seen, it looks just as green as what they say. My mom was born in Scotland. You and your mother look alike. Got that same hair. I kind of look like my mother. You guys, have you ever seen my mother? Yes, on the sandcastle, when we went to the sandcastles, there's a video of that. But she had sunglasses on. But I think I look like my mom. I look like my dad. There's a picture of my dad in my pocketbook from, let me get it. Some socks I need to put on. I'm looking in my pocketbook. I went to my mother's the other day, and she's like, oh, here's a picture of your father. Well, she gave me 2 pictures of my father. So here's a picture of my dad before I was even around. This is an old picture. This is from 1966. That's my dad in 1966. And my brother. It's kind of glary. My brother, you can't see him, but he's on a little telephone. I was just like, I don't even think I was a twinkle in my mother's eye because, well, maybe. I was born in 67. Maybe I was more than a twinkle. I could have been a twinkle in her belly then, but 66, that's my dad. Yeah. And then she gave me this picture of him, too. There's a picture of your father on a motorcycle. I'm like, okay. So there's 2 pictures of my dad that are in my pocket. Okay, Cindy. Cindy, nice to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you. That's great. I love the old photos. Did you see my niece, Laura? She's my mini-me. Yes, I did when you went to, don't tell me, Silas's birthday. I pay attention. Your granddaughter looks like you. My granddaughter? I didn't show you my granddaughter. Although I have done videos, this bird, I have done videos with my granddaughter. Like back to school hauls. I haven't seen her in a while. I'd like to. If you just joined my live, this is an impromptu live, killing time before I go get a mammogram. You know, I couldn't like have it at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. Let's just ruin my night, right? Let's ruin your night with a mammogram. Good times. I know how to plan a good night, don't I? That wasn't a picture of my granddaughter. It was my father, by the way. Oh, yes, your granddaughter's adorable, and she showed the new dresses you bought. Oh, yes, I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. Oh, well, that's... Yes, you had a sleepover with her, and you made a video of it. Are you talking about when we went shopping? I didn't make a video of us having a sleepover. I made a video of us when we went shopping. I showed you what we got. The birds are just chirping away. These are little chickadees that are out there now. Does your doctor give instant results? No, no, I'll get something in the mail. It's like a women's breast place or something. It's not my doctor. It's just like a radiology thing. They send it. That was at shopping. Okay, yes, Mother Havoc, or HVAC. Mother HVAC. Yes, we went shopping. So yeah, you're right. No, I'll get something in like a week or something saying all's well. Yeah, I've done 2 videos, and she's a character. She's a character. It's like first she'll start off shy, and then she's like, I'll tell them. And then we got this dress, and it's this color, and da 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 da. Yeah. Cute. So, yeah. It's like quarter of now. I used to get instant results, but you had to wait hours sometimes. I'm not really concerned. Gotta go and get dinner. Have a great night, Rum. Good luck at your appointment. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. I'm gonna go in a few minutes because I have to get going. But thank you for stopping in. Thank you everyone for stopping in. This was just wasn't planned. Wasn't planned at all. Wasn't planned. So, a couple questions. Trick-or-treating, Halloween. Do you guys pass out candy? Do you pass out candy at your house? I do not. We do not have any children in this building, and no one really does trick-or-treat up here because Plan 1 what? Plan 1 trick-or-treating? I don't even know what I asked you guys. These buildings are secure. You can't get in them. So, oh, Plan Alive. Duh. Hello. Yeah, I should. I've done that before. I've done that. But spur of the moment. Yeah, okay. I get it. Yeah, sharp knife guy. Plan Alive. Yep. But trick-or-treating, honestly, because I've always had kids, I think I've passed out candy once or twice. I've always been out with my kids trick-or-treating, and I haven't passed out candy. And like I said, you don't pass out candy here because there's no kids in the building and you can't get in here anyways. It's one safe thing is you just can't get in. Sometimes I can't get in if I leave my keys in the house. I'll be helping with my grandson's trunk or treat at school. I don't get any kids at my house. You know, that's cool that you do the trunk or treat. I've never done that. Never brought my kids. But a lot of people say that, you know, kids just don't go trick-or-treating anymore. And it might have something to do with the craziness of this world. It's just not safe. So where I live downtown on Halloween from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they close down downtown Plymouth. And all the stores, all the shops pass out candy. And like the store owners will dress up in costume. So that's cool that they do that. And people bring their kids downtown. So far out in the country, I haven't had, hi Ida! Ida, hi! Haven't had a trick-or-treat in 15 years. Candy's so expensive now. Ida, I'm going to be going probably in about 10 minutes. I'm just doing this quick impromptu live before I go to an appointment that I'm stupid enough to make it that late. But anyways, yeah, that's what we're just talking. Now we're talking about trick-or-treating. We were talking about favorite actors and my birds and all kinds of stuff. I had no idea around here. I had no idea I was going to do it. I was like, I came home from work, changed. I said, so I have this appointment, mammogram, at 6:30. And I'm like, why did I do that? And I'm like, so what am I going to do? So I told my son, he was in his room. I said, look, I'm going live on YouTube in the living room. He's like, okay. And then he left. My shirts are always too big, and I always have to do this. And then he made like a little guest appearance walking out the door. He doesn't want to be on camera. What? Who wants to be on their old lady mother's YouTube channel? Not an old lady, but that's just, yeah, it's not cool. So yeah. That's about it. So, trick-or-treating. But if I was a little kid and I was going to go trick-or-treating, I would want a bag full of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and Twizzlers and Milky Ways. My 3 favorite candies. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, Twizzlers, and Milky Ways. I loved your last live. I think it was a Saturday night a while back. Hope all is well. How about the worldwide outage today? Crazy. I wasn't affected by that. I didn't really... I was at work all day, so, but I heard about it, but I wasn't affected. But Ida, I was wondering, I did a video the other day about my channel and other people's channels, like taking a dive as far as revenue and subscribers and views. And I was like, I said to everybody a little while ago, I'm like, forgive me if I sound stupid or crazy, but I wonder if the government shutdown has anything to do with the dive that YouTube has taken, because it was like perfect timing with the two of them not into the news. I don't watch the news. None of my Amazon deliveries are coming today, delayed. There's Amazon trucks out in my area. Yeah. I have not watched the news since I got my Roku. And this July will be 3 years that I've had my Roku, 2 or 3 years. And I honestly have not set out to watch the news. If I see anything, it's just signing on to YouTube or like the MSN homepage, because that's my internet. I always get my notification when you post a video. Thank you. Thanks. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was just the videos that I was putting out, like when I went storm chasing. And how often does a YouTuber go storm chasing? Come on. That definitely didn't get any views like my Walmart grocery hauls or, other stuff. And then when I went pumped gas, yeah, but I don't know, it's picking up. It's picking up. I think my best videos that I've done are like my grocery hauls or my frugal living tips. When I first started my channel, and I was talking about it earlier in this live, when I first started my channel, I did a lot of frugal living tips, and because that's what I wanted to center my channel around, was my frugal lifestyle. But then just my everyday life, I do a video about it, and that's just how it comes to, the videos come to be. But my first time on my channel, I did a lot of, this is what I do to save money, at lunchtime, or making my coffee at home, and this is how you get out of credit card debt. And maybe I need to get back to doing some budgeting tips and stuff like that, because I kind of got off that and I just do whatever. I think maybe it would pick up more if I went back to the actual frugal living tips that I do, and the budget meals using whatever you have in your refrigerator, like pantry challenges. Those were big too. I think I need to get back into that. Shopping. I've got to look at my glasses. Reese's person. I love Reese's peanut butter cups. I love them. Love them. Love all your videos, but your grocery hauls and cook with me are my favorite. Such great tips, and you make me smile. Thank you. I don't know what it is about my kitchen. It's almost like when I do those videos, those cooking videos, it's almost like a live, but I'm recording it because it's actually what's happening. And I don't know. And I'm in there by myself. My son's usually not home when I do the cooking videos. I don't know. It brings out like the silly part of me, because I make a mess and don't pick it up. But yeah, I think I need to get back to the other things that I used to do. What time is it? I'm gonna go in like 5 minutes because I have to get going. But yeah, love all your videos. I've been here since your beloved Max was still with you. Max, we're the same age, and I like that you talk about the old days. Max, I did a video probably over the summer about where Max is resting, the property being sold. He's buried out at the cranberry bogs, family cranberry bogs, and they're being sold. And I'm hearing the person that's buying them isn't probably going to let me out there to visit my dog's resting place. Yeah. So I went out there a couple weeks ago. I was going to do a video, but I didn't. I went out there, and I'm going to put my socks and shoes on while I talk to you. went out there and cleaned up a little bit and put a new solar light out there because I was putting Dollar Tree ones out there. And the ones from Christmas were out there, and I didn't know if they worked. So I went to Home Depot and I got a really nice solar light. And my son's girlfriend sent me a picture. They were out there riding dirt bikes and stuff. And she showed me how nice it looked. So he's got a really nice solar light, and he has the wind chimes. But honestly, yeah, and then someone said, could you relocate him? And I actually texted my ex, because he's the one that buried him. I said, can we relocate Max? He said, absolutely not, because Max is not in a shallow grave. He is indeed 6 feet in the ground. My ex got a backhoe, and dug his grave and got in the grave, and we handed him in his casket. I'm sorry if this is gruesome. He stood in, and he's like 6 foot something. He stood in it, and he received him and brought him in, and his grave is definitely 6 feet. So there is no relocating Max. Yeah. But yeah, Kim. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sherry. Sherry's been in here, but hi, Kim. I will get back to, I need to. And I think that would help, especially with new things happening in my life. I'm not going to say much about it, but new things are happening, and I do good budgeting now, but it's going to be even more important. And yeah, there'll be something else. Southern Prepper 1, that I just got a notification that Southern Prepper 1 just did a video. I haven't got a notification from him in a while. He does a lot of, hi Kim, he does a lot of prepping videos. When I first started my channel, that was post right after COVID, when groceries were short and I was really stockpiling. I'm not that crazy into it now, and I still had Max too. So yeah. So anyways, folks, it's like time for me to go to my appointment. And yeah, so everybody, thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining me. Again, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to look on this, green light or straight ahead. When I do my videos, I always am constantly looking at the green light on my phone, and that makes me look right at you. So I don't know if I'm looking right at you now or if I'm looking right at you now, but yeah. So Aunt Mame in Tennessee, you have a great evening too. So anyways, what was I saying? Thank you for joining my impromptu live. It's nice to talk to you in conversation like this, and not have to wait for a comment. And please know that when I put a video out and you leave a comment, I do my best, and I think I hit all of them. I usually will comment in between 5 and 5:30 in the morning when I'm having my coffee. That is when I check my channel, and that is when it helps me to wake up too, to have a conversation with people in comments. That is when I answer the comments, and I try my best to answer all your comments, and it helps me to spend time with you that way. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you for spending time with me. It's nice to talk to you like this and not have to wait for comments. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone because I do have to get to my appointment. I need to get some groceries soon. I don't know when I'm going to do that. It'll be sometime this week. So yeah, maybe I'll do another live this week. I don't know, but I need to get to my appointment. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, I do. Okay. Bye, guys.